Welcome back to the DG Outdoors channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about different types of air arrests, particularly the ones that I have, what I like about them, kind of give you an overview of each one, the good and the bad about them. Okay, y'all. So let's get started. So the first one we have, it's called a flip arrest, and it's been around forever. The first bow I ever had shot a flip arrest, late 90s, into the thousands. Some people still shoot with a flip arrest. And this is what a flipper rest looks like right here, okay? Literally, the term flipper, okay? You let the arrow go, it shoots down like this. Now, this is a NAP Quick Tune 800. This is on my 98's bow. There's advantages to this. It's extremely adjustable, quick tune. And they did fit. So I have a carbon arrow right here we're going to show you. Okay. It did fit carbon. And it did fit aluminum arrows. Okay. Alright. Does fit aluminum. And it is adjustable so you can bring the prongs in tighter or farther away. At least some of them were. I'm not exactly sure if this one is. Now, there are disadvantages to this rest. When you are hunting, okay, I used to have one of these all the time, all right, when you were hunting. And I hope you guys can hear this because this doesn't have, so what you would do, okay, I'm going to take the arrow off real quick. All right, so what you would do, these are metal, okay? So guys would put shrink tube on here to quiet them down. Because if you didn't, then when you went to draw the bow, okay. And I remember when I first started shooting, I never did care. But when you go draw the bow, listen. It'd make a noise. Okay. And it was super loud. And I'm surprised a lot more deer didn't stop or jump the string or hear that noise. So eventually on my 98's bow, I am going to get some string tube and we're going to put it on here to quiet this thing down. She doesn't mind it. Another thing, if you're stalking through the woods, okay, with this arrow rest here, all right, it doesn't take much for this arrow to go like this, drop right off there, okay? Again, just to drop right off. So when you were holding it, you always had to keep your finger up there. Make sure you didn't press too hard because some of them you could pop the arrow down inside the prongs if you weren't careful. Or just things like that. So as far as full containment, this wasn't a full containment rest. It's good for shooting in the backyard, and I used these hunting for years because that's all I had. So let's move into a different style of rest, arrow rest, okay? And this rest is called the Whisker Biscuit, okay? Let me set this bow down here. So this is a Whisker Biscuit. It's by Trophy Ridge. It has all these little brushes in here that help contain the arrow, okay? And a lot of people like the Whisker Biscuit. I shot Whisker Biscuits for a while. That's why I have this. I took it off my old bow. And it is adjustable back and forth to get center shot right by unscrewing the screw right here and moving it. There is no up and down. I do like these, but there are some features about this arrow rest that I do not like. Number one, once you shot your arrows through it a bunch of times, it would make the vanes of your arrow right here wavy. It'd make them wavy and eventually tear them off. I had that happen a bunch of times, okay? So that's one thing I did not like about the Whisker Biscuit, okay? But as far as stalking in the woods, once you put that arrow down in here, see, full contain, it ain't going nowhere. Okay? It ain't going to pull out, that easily or anything like that. And, it even holds your aluminum arrows. Now, aluminum arrows are kind of loose in there, like that. But still, full containment, ain't going to go anywhere, Some of the styles of Whisker Biscuits probably do have ways where you could, make that diameter shorter, but I'm not sure. But this is the original Whisker Biscuit. It is a Trophy Ridge Whisker Biscuit. Okay, there's the brand. And But these are really good. A lot of your ready to hunt packages come with these. I'm not saying don't shoot them, you know, but sometimes a fall away rest is a good thing too. Okay. The next arrow rest that I have is actually on my Audex Pro. And it's a 3-brush arrow rest. Okay, right here. Full containment, just like the Whisker Biscuit. But there's a little bit of a difference to this arrow rest right here, okay? Number one, this isn't even the arrows that I shoot with this. They're over there. Okay, well, we're going to put this in here anyways. So when you put this thing in here, okay, your fletchings should line up with these brushes right here. And I'm sorry I can't get closer to the camera because of the angle. But when you shoot it, they pass through these brushes right here. Okay? Just like that. And slide through. Now, I've had one of these before on an old bow, but I spent $5 on it at Walmart.com. I couldn't get it to shoot right. I didn't like the way it was. You could tell where this is kind of loose though. I probably need to tighten that up. Yeah, I do need to tighten that down. But anyway, sorry guys, I was getting sidetracked. It was fully plastic, and you could see where on the plastic housings right here where the fletching would rub against the side of the housing. The one that came with the Audex Pro, I've never had a problem with. The Audex Ox Pro, never had a problem with it. Shot just fine. Been shooting the beam and arrows with the 2-inch blazers through it. And they may have a couple little black marks on them, but they're not getting wavy. They're not falling off. Again, what am I talking about? Full containment rest. So when I put this arrow in here, okay. Again, I put an arrow in here. All right. Look, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall off the bow, which is a good thing because I can stalk through the woods and everything and not have to worry about my arrow falling off. So guys, again, this is like a 3-prong Apache style arrow rest. You guys can just type in arrow rest on eBay or Amazon and these will pop up if you guys want to try them. Okay. I did have a trophy taker fall away rest with the cord that would come down on the cables right here and connect to the cables. And then you draw and it raises up and it goes down, and it's a timing thing and all that stuff. But I like these a lot better. For you recurve guys, I have a rest for you. Okay. Let me show it to you. Let me move everything out of the way here. We're going to bring out the Samick Sage again. On the Samick Sage, okay, I have an Allen, just a little Allen plastic, little Allen plastic arrow rest, okay? And all this does is I'm going to put the arrow on here and try to show you guys, because this bow is a 62-inch bow, so it gets kind of tall. All it does, okay, is it seats the arrow. You guys see right there? It seats the arrow like that, really nice. There is a little plastic piece in there, and I'm going to take the arrow, I'll show you guys, okay? That little plastic piece right here that feather or the vane presses against, and they keep the arrow from actually touching the back part of the bow. Another thing, there is another way to shoot this. You do not need to put an arrow rest on here. You can shoot it straight off the shelf. But what I am going to say, and some people agree with this, some don't, but I've shot them both ways, okay? If you're going to shoot off the shelf, which when they say shelf, they mean right here, this wooden piece. Just lay the arrow right on there and shoot it, okay? You're going to want to shoot feathers, okay? Feathers, like this. Feathers. Feathers, they move, okay? That way when you shoot it and it presses against the bow, it compresses these little feathers down right here. Because if not, if you go to shoot vanes, which is weird because I've shot vanes before too and it never did this. You go to shoot these hard plastic ones and just smash down like that, it's going to kick your arrow off and take it off center, which I don't understand because I've shot, shot off the shelf before. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen. But if you do put this arrow rest on there, just look up Allen arrow rest, like adhesive arrow rest, and this should pop up real cheap for your recurve bow. Then you can shoot both feathers, okay, and vanes, and it will not matter. That's the purpose of that little plastic piece, is to keep the, right there, that little plastic piece, to keep it from hitting the bow. But y'all, I hope you guys learned something about arrow rest on here. Tomorrow's video is going to be on bow sights, okay? I have a couple different types of bow sights, and we're going to talk about those. So remember, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Jesus loves you, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.